Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Dragon Vision. Tonight's matchup between your Clinton Hawks and the Robertsville Rams. We have the captains coming out to the center field right now. Looking for a good matchup here. They've got a lot of talent with Robertsville. We know our Clinton Hawks. We saw in the scrimmage the other day had some great power and some great throwing. A lot of great things going on. So this is going to be a great matchup. Guest here today is Jordan Hanna. Is going to be our other color commentator here. So welcome, Jordan.
What's up, guys? What's up? It's great to be out here. This is kind of like a first thing for me. It's kind of new, so we're going to see how this goes for tonight. You got your captains for the Clinton Hawks. It's going to be number 5. That's going to be your starting quarterback. That's going to be Brendan Hayden. He's an 8th grader. He'll be a player for the Hawks, definitely. His older brother plays receiver for us at the high school. He's going to be a player for us as well this year.
Let's see who those captains are from Robertsville. Looks like you've got Whit Reniger, Anthony Nevis, David Schessler, and Caden Chipman are going to be your captains from Robertsville tonight. Harold Pierce is the white hat tonight. Local legendary zebra. We deferred, and Robertsville will receive the ball first half.
And, I always think that's a good decision, man. As a coach, my go-to is, in JV games that we play is always defer, man. You, in case you have a bad first half, you get down a touchdown going into halftime. You get to regroup, you get the ball out, come out with the second half, and hopefully start out. I don't think it's going to go like that for us tonight, but we're going to definitely see. I think it's going to be a great matchup.
Jordan, what's it like being here as a visitor?
It's definitely different, man. I played here my whole life growing up, so being here wearing orange especially is a hated color in this city, and no matter if you played for them or not, they seem to not care about that. But it's definitely, I like it. Me playing here, I don't think it's as intimidating as everybody says it is on a Friday night. It's definitely one of the prettier places to play around here on a Friday night, especially as you get later into the season. You get into the October, November games.
You do have tradition here, though. I mean, the steps were horrible for us to walk up here to the press box today.
Yeah.
But man, that train siren goes off, and those guys start walking down the steps of glory, or whatever you call them here.
Yeah, I definitely think it's good, especially as a little kid. When you're a little kid, like I was slapping the pads of, Spencer Goldmeyer and some local Oak Ridge legends like that.
You call Goldmeyer a legend.
And
wow.
To be able to walk down them like them, that was pretty cool. But,
I won't hold that against you. We got number 23 here, Junior. He's going to be kicking off for the Hawks. Junior Ward.
Looks like he's going to try to kick it into the corner right here. A little pooch kick to start it off.
During the scrimmage its first year, every kick was going about the 40-yard line there, so just kind of kicking across the field here.
Clinton looks like they got 33 players on the kickoff team to start off, man. It looks like a lot of bodies for the Hawks.
Quite a return here. Looks like it's coming all the way back.
That's going to be number 16 for the Rams. That's going to be Kipton Fagan.
And there's no laundry. That is a touchdown
that's
for the Rams.
That's a clean return. That's definitely not the way you want to start the game off for the Hawks. That's definitely want to wrap up and make that tackle. That's going to be rough, but we're going to see what our Hawk offense comes out and looks like. I think they'll look fairly well.
Hopefully that's just first play jitters here.
Oh, yeah. And you got a lot of new players for the Hawks, man. A lot of these kids are 6th and 7th graders. Few returning 8th graders, few returning starters from last year. New quarterback. We had Jay Benjamin last year at quarterback for the Hawks, so this will definitely be Brennan's time to see what he's got. He looked real good again in the scrimmage. I saw him in a couple 7-on-7s for Clinton as well, and he looked pretty well in those.
Going to be under center here for the 2-point conversion. Number 2 is Whit Reniger. Back to pass and broken up by number 18. 19, that is Hayden Ferguson. That kid's a heck of an athlete. During the scrimmage, he had several long breaks and good catches and good runs. So I look to see great things from him tonight. Pretty good crowd out here for a Thursday night right after the rain. Looks like the Hawks have got about 150, 200 fans over there. I like to see that on some wet bleachers. Yeah, we got our new head coach this year, Eric Woodard. I say new. He's new, old, and
new to some folks, old to others.
Old and new, and he's been around. He's a living legend here in Clinton. 1991 graduate of Clinton High School. Face of Clinton. If you've seen him around sports, youth sports, he's the man. His personality goes a long ways.
Dawson assistant.
Back to receive is
Looks like number 10.
number
Back
10,
as a deep man.
Landon Hamby is back deep. And we were watching earlier when they were getting loose. Their kicking game wasn't that bad. The punt was punting about 40 yards, and the kickoff guy was going deep. So see some things right here on the return game. Might have some room to play.
You know, I wouldn't be too surprised if Robertsville didn't come out with a little onside kick right here to start the game off, man. That'd definitely be a shock to the Hawks, I think. But we'll see what they do here.
He took it to.
Got to get on the ball.
Number 80. That is Bradley Slavin. Another good athlete. That kid, any sport he plays, he excels. So look for number 80 to make some plays tonight.
So we got Brendan Hayden and the Clinton Hawks, led by offensive coordinator John Maurice. John has been the offensive coordinator for the middle school for, I think, about 4 years now. I think this is his 4th year as offensive coordinator. John helps us out on Friday nights, man. He's a good dude, very smart, knows the game. He learns a lot from Coach Hammock, who is our high school offensive coordinator. Looks like a 2-back set right here. Got Junior Ward in the backfield and number 25.
And wrapped up at the line of scrimmage by several Rams. So we're looking at 2nd down and 10. Hayden talking to his receivers. You know, he aired a few of them out the other night at the scrimmage, and I was impressed with that. Line gave him enough time to let it fly.
Speaking of which, there he goes again.
To the hands of his intended receiver there. That is Austin Phillips, number 16. So it'll be 3rd and 10.
It's going to be about 7 minutes to go in this first quarter, which is definitely been a rough start for the Hawks, man. Out there, hadn't played, in a year. First game, last game against Robertsville last year was pretty rough. So, it could be the first quarter jitters. Hopefully they shake that out. We get going here.
Obviously, we're going to try to pick up as many yards as we can here on a pass play. I think at this point you try to go at least 10 yards out. If you go shorter than that, that's just absurd.
Let's see, we got a run.
We're going to hand off up the middle. Hand off to Cameron McCaffrey. That kid's quick, but didn't have any room to run there.
I think that kid will be a player for the middle school team in the coming games, man. I've seen him play a couple times, and he's a little scat back, man. If he gets to see him and gets going, he'll definitely hit it and get out of there. Hopefully they're going to punt right here. It looks like Junior Ward's going to be their punter.
4th and 11. Let's hope he can get about 15 or 20 yards out here.
Definitely be great if they could get it to about midfield. Looks like we're going to have some laundry on the. Going to be a bad snap. It's going to be picked up, and it looks like they're going to go for a touchdown.
That is a bad snap, and King Sandoval picks it up for the scoop and score. Touchdown Rams. That is 2 quick scores. Clinton Hawks offense going to have to get something going here.
Most definitely. You know, the Rams offense over here, their head coach is Tyler Carr. I actually got to coach with him some. I did a little 2-year stint at Robertsville, and he's definitely a fired-up guy. I definitely know he's happy right now with the outcome. I definitely think the Hawks can turn around and see if we can get something going for us.
And late lineman coming on the field here. Handoff to Trace Jackson is no good. That'll be 12-0, Robertsville Rams. And guys, we'll be back with you in just one moment if you want to just check out the scene for a moment. We're back here on Dragon Vision, and Robertsville is set to kick off.
So 10 and 13 are in the backfield.
Yeah, Bryson Bollinger. Ball is picked up by number 10, and Bollinger kind of gets it his way there.
Yeah, kind of tackled by his own guy right there.
That was Landon Hamby on the return. Return for about 8 yards there. Could have been a little bit farther, but ran into his own guy. All right, let's see what the offense can do this time. Come out and make a change here. Do things a little bit different. Move the ball. We're going to have a special guest, Clinton High School quarterback Josh Keith here in just a little while, I think.
Maybe some others.
Absolutely. He
And maybe some others. I don't know who he's got coming with him. He said he's got a little posse coming with him, so we'll see who's with him in a little bit.
He always keeps a crowd around him, though. I'll say that, man. Everywhere he goes, he never travels alone. He announced on Twitter, I think it was yesterday, that he's going to make his commitment. I know he's got a handful of offers. He's supposed to be committing Saturday at around lunchtime. Oh, pass from Brendan Hayward.
Is incomplete. Intended for Xavier Gallagher.
A little too much air on that one right there, but that was good. That was good to see, man. That was good. Definitely a flash of something that they're gonna like to see right there.
You know, you hold the ball that long, sometimes it might be best just to tuck it and get some yards on it. But
Definitely, I'm glad to see he has the time to throw it that, or the time to hold it that long. Though that
makes a difference.
shows some flashes, yeah.
Didn't happen last year.
It didn't happen the first series either. So. All right, we are 2nd and 10. Ball starting on the 33-yard line. Oh, interception. Intercepted by number 16, Kipton Fagan. Touchdown, Rams. There is a flag at the end of the play. Not sure exactly what Pierce saw there.
Yeah, I'm named as a ref.
And let's see what Harold has to say here.
No, it's on Clinton. You're asking if it's on the kickoff. Blocking the back on Robertsville.
Blocking it back on Robertsville.
Blocking it back, Robertsville.
It's from the spot of the foul.
Robertsville will take over 1st and 10.
Robertsville will take over 1st and 10. From the 11-yard line. So that will nullify the touchdown. So it's still 12-0, Robertsville. Their ball on the 11-yard line. Hawks just can't seem to get anything going right now. I mean, that looked like a good play. Just the safety kind of jumped the route and took it to the house.
Yeah, Brandon may have been he may have been watching his wide receiver too much. Safety just followed his eyes.
Yeah, it's hard. This first year has been the quarterback here in the last little bit, so those little things he's got to learn.
Looks like an option run by the quarterback. Breaks about 3 tackles, tackled finally at the 5.
He's going to gain about 6 yards there. That is Whit Reniger.
Nice little option play, though, by him.
Yeah, it's a good decision to keep it and cut it back inside there.
He was reading the edge player just right on that one. And so we're waiting on Josh Keith and possibly a few others. Josh did say he's going to make his announcement on Twitter at noon on his commitment. He has, I believe, 13 offers to choose from, maybe a little bit more. And he said he did not want to do anything big for this one. He just wants to do something small on Twitter, but we'll see what happens afterwards.
That's right.
Here's a handoff to the running back.
Handoff to the running back here.
And
makes a couple guys miss, and it looks like he got in there.
They did give him the touchdown. He dove in for number 11.
Trace Jackson, number 11.
So right now you got 447, between 448, 447 left. It's 18-0. If memory serves me right, this year they have changed the run rule clock as well. It's now 30 points instead of 35.
Gotcha.
So this could be a quick second half, but you never know. This is the first game in 4 years since Eric Woodard has been head coach of the Hawks, and he took over really late in the offseason.
And a really young team. He's got, I think 13 returning players, if I do recall.
There is a flag on the center. If I had to guess, it's going to be a snap infraction.
We'll back it up a couple yards here.
Just by the way where the flag was dropped, it has to be someone on the center or right beside the center.
Yep. So they will attempt the two-point conversion from the 8-yard line.
Let's see. They don't have the play clocks going. I say it still could also be a delay of game penalty too, but I think that's more of a snap infraction. There's a pass. He's going to look for his pass going wide. Looks to the outside. Does he catch it?
Looks like it's good.
It is good. It's the first 2-point conversion of the game for the Robertsville Rams.
Liam Gerber.
So actually, some of the guys have come in now. I see Kason Hendricks, Josh Keith, Jawan Goins, and freshman Camden Nelson. They're going to be sitting beside us, so they can hear us mess with them all we want right now. I'm going to give the headset back to Jordan now.
Well, Jordan, you missed a touchdown and a 2-point conversion while you were gone.
I saw they called back was that an interception that we threw?
It was an interception and a block in the back at the end zone, at the goal line there. So that took a little bit of time off the clock, but same result. Jordan hooked us up with a box fan here, so.
Yeah, it gets rough up here, man. Last year we were here on a Friday night with about a packed house, and it was raining like it always does. And
Brian remembers we tried to call the game from over there.
Yeah.
It was our first outside game.
I was under a blue tent last year for the high school game in the pouring down rain. There were a few times we turned the microphones off, so we didn't get electrocuted.
Kickoff back deep again. It's going to be number 16 for the Hawks. Looks like he's going to be able to make a play for us.
Talk about the 41.
That is Austin Phillips. Returned for about 18 yards.
Got about 4 minutes and 40 seconds left here in this first quarter. Hopefully we can
At least
get a spark for the Hawks. Yeah, at least get it on the other side of 50.
The Hawks will take over from the 41-yard line.
Let's see if Clinton comes back out in this two-back set they seem to stick in.
Looks like they're going a little bit different here.
Single back doubles offense for the Hawks. Let's see. It looks like they're going to throw the ball here.
Cameron McCaffrey in the backfield, and we are going to be
Let's see what they give us right here. We got offsides on the defense.
Okay.
That's what we like to see, man. That's definitely a bonus for the Hawks, man.
That's one way to move the sticks right there. We'll
Absolutely.
take that.
Looks like that was on number 35, Tracier Threat for the Rams. Coming back out, I'm assuming they're going to run the same play. Let's see what quarterback Brandon Hayward does with the
A
football.
little high snap.
Scrambles out of the pocket. Looks like he's going to take this, but we do have some laundry on the field.
We do have some laundry. I think we're going to have a hold on the line. Waiting to hear what the call is here from Harold Pierce. Going to be a hold on the offense.
Back us up to where we started this
It will be
third drive off for the Hawks.
first and
Should be first and
13 or 15.
First and 15.
First and 15 from the 36-yard line. So instead of using that penalty to our advantage, we capped it with our own penalty. It's never good to go forward 5 and backwards 10. Could have brought me something to eat. All right, first and 15.
Going to be a handoff to number 23,
Handoff
Junior
to
Ward.
Junior Ward up the middle. Gain of about 0. Looks like he actually lost a yard on the play. Second 16.
Looks like we're going to have about 3.5 minutes left to go in this first quarter. For those of you that are just joining us, man, it's going to be Robertsville Rams 20, Clinton Hawks 0. Hawks have struggled so far to get this offense going.
Hand off to McCaffrey. He got a little bit there. Couldn't get some open ground, but boy, when he gets it, better be ready.
Oh, yeah, he definitely runs hard, man.
Kid, quick. You can't have that. Shout out Christian McCaffrey if you're listening to us here on Dragon Vision. We are at third down and 14. Ball is going to be lying on the 37-yard line. Take a little while to get that play call in.
Looks like we're going to take a timeout here. Coach Eric Woodard's going to take his first timeout of the game.
Timeout Hawks. We're going to talk about it on third down and 14. We'll be back with you in just one moment. All right, we're back here on Dragon Vision. If you want to take a little peek over here in the press box beside us, we have some of our Dragon players having a little dinner, little Wendy's. Oh, they don't know what they're looking at. Busted boys. All right, we back in action here. Now they realize they were on camera and have no clue.
Let's see what Coach Woodard comes out here with for this third, and it's definitely third and Claxton for
You know, I didn't know
For
he was
the
still in
Hawks
the
here.
huddle. I didn't see him over there. Oh, sorry, Eric. All right, third and 14 from the 37-yard line. Little high snap. McCaffrey Kind of got wrapped up in the backfield there.
That's going to be number 55. Looks like Dallas Brown for the
Is that who that? No.
55. No, that's King Sandoval, I think, is who that
He's
is.
the one that had the scoop and a score a few minutes ago.
He was the one who had a scoop and score.
He's going to have a day, man. Looks like
That was a heck of a stop up the middle there.
2 minutes left in the first quarter, and Hawks are up to punt again for what, third time?
Second time.
Second
First time
time.
was a high snap. Hopefully we can get a little bit better of a snap right here, so we can get one off.
Looks like he's going to get it off, and it's going to...
Whoop.
Are they going to tackle him? Are they going to tackle him? Are they going to tackle him? Well, they're going to blow that
I
dead.
think they're just going to blow it dead because he stopped still.
Yeah.
All
Definitely
right.
don't think he knew that he could run the ball on a live punt like that. If that's not middle school football, though, I really don't know what is, man. That's definitely that's the epitome of middle school football right there, man. You gotta love it. You definitely get the best of you know, the high school experience with the little league kids, man. Some of these guys are.
We were 4th and 20 from the 34, and the ball lies on the 33. So after the snap and the little bit bloop of a kick on the scare of the tackle there, we're negative 1 yard on the punt.
Let's see what Robertsville comes out here with the two-back set. One tight end, got a handoff to number 22. Going to get about 15, 20 yards on
Kamani
the play.
Willis on the run.
Tackle about 13.
Bollinger on the tackle. That's his second tackle of the day. One on offense, one on defense. First one was inadvertently. I'm just joking, man. Here comes Renniger on the field with the play.
We have 15 seconds left to get a snap off.
There is 46 seconds left on the clock, first quarter.
Let's see what they come back to. Hopefully, I certainly don't think they're going to try to score here before the first quarter ends, although they may get the opportunity.
Around the end.
And looks like he's going to be tackled.
That is Trace Jackson for the run. Gain of about 28 yards there on the end around.
Going to be down at about the 5-yard line. About 28 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
At this point, I would say they're going to punch it up the middle and see what they got here.
Try to go up 4 scores before the second quarter.
It's never a bad thing to be up 4 scores going into the second quarter.
No, not at all. Especially not in a middle school game, man. You know, playing 8-minute quarters in middle school, sometimes games roll by quicker than you think it is. Going to have a triple option right here, carried by number 2.
And Renniger's going to keep it, and he says he's down on the 1. And that clock will continue to run. So Renniger was down at the 1-yard line.
They're going to let it go.
Looks like they're going to let this clock go and take it to the other end of the field. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Dragon Vision here for the Clinton Hawks versus Robertsville Rams. At the end of the first quarter, it is Robertsville Rams 20, Clinton Hawks 0. Stay tuned with us in just one moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, back to Dragon Vision here. Robertsville Rams has the ball on the 2-yard line. Ritter gets the snap and keeps it, and that is a touchdown. Renniger. First play of the second quarter was a result of a touchdown. So now we will have a 2-point conversion if they are sticking to their guns here. They haven't attempted an extra point yet. All right, looks like they definitely are going for a 2-point conversion here. Renniger in shotgun formation. Throws into traffic, and it is no good.
That's going to be number 24. That's going to be Josiah Hall. Hall is a big baseball star out in Knoxville. Look for him to be up and coming on the baseball ranks.
There's Eric talking to his player.
Coach Woodard trying to give some advice here. Hopefully he can pass that on to his teammates here, and let's do something different this second quarter.
And, I feel like this Hawks team, man, every year, they come out and kind of have a slow start on the season. And then they pick up, man, about second or third game, and they kind of just take off from there.
You just kind of got to get the motors clicking, man. Some of them it's a brand new ball game. I know my own stepson's out there and never played football a day in his life, so hopefully he'll get on the field at some point today and be able to do something. I know he gets the leg jitters, but there's several other kids over there that's never played before. So
no doubt. And you got a new staff, you got a new staff, new quarterback. You got some kids that never really played before, and this Robertsville team, man, they've got quite a few returning starters. They lost a lot from last year, but they seem to have just kind of reloaded.
Brandon Bollinger picks the ball up on the kickoff and spun around and is brought all the way down to the 5-6 yard line. Not a good showing there on the return game.
Yeah, if I'm Woodard right here, I'm definitely gonna just try to get as far away from the other end zone as possible, man. That doesn't look too good for them.
Hopefully we can get off the field over there on the other end. Oh, all for a towel.
Next week they're not allowed.
All right, it'll be 1st and 10 from the 6 yard line. 2-back set still. Junior Ward on the right, McCaffrey on the left. High snap, hand off to McCaffrey, and he gains nothing. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Tracer Trett on the stop there.
And that's a stout line for the Rams, who are running what looks like a 3-3 stack sort of defense. You got Tracer Thread at the left defensive end. You got King Sandoval, who's already got a scoop and score and another fumble recovery and a couple tackles for loss here. Then in the middle, you just got Big Dallas Brown, who is
just as that age.
He's just big, man. He takes up the whole middle. It takes 2 or 3 guys to block him, and that creates some one-on-one matchups for those defensive ends who are probably some of the best around here that I've seen, at least, to start off the middle school season.
Got some time here. Oh. And he had to kind of lunge forward to get out of the end zone there. Ball be down on about the 3 yard line here.
Good decision, though, to get out of the end zone, man. That's just what we got, 3rd and 11, 3rd and 14.
3rd and about 14, I think. Let's talk about Big Dallas Brown. We knew him back when he was, 7, 8 years old.
Oh yeah, I've watched him play, since he's been a kid. I've watched a lot of these guys on both sides of the ball, play since they were kids. We've kind of been around. They've been around the sports scene. It's definitely good to see all these guys, coming up playing middle school ball now, even if it does make you feel a little old.
I remember when you were playing middle school and high school ball. So
Yeah, that was a long time ago. Or it feels like a long time ago at least.
it's been about 9 years since you graduated.
I've been out of middle school now, like 10 or 12 years. I've been in high school. Let's see, it's 2023. I've been in high school since 2017. So looks like we're gonna have a delayed game against the Hawks, man. Ain't too much they can back up though. I mean, looks like they're gonna put the ball on the half-yard line right here. Hopefully this is just a quarterback run right or left to try to get out of the end zone.
At this point,
And we're going to throw it deep.
I say let it eat.
Pass is intercepted. Number 24, Josiah Hall, is going to be the cornerback intercepting that. Looks like it's going to be returned for a Robertsville Ram touchdown. 5.5 minutes left to go in the second quarter.
There's a flag. Waved off. Touchdown is good. So Robertsville is up 32-0 over your Clinton Hawks. 5 minutes and 29 seconds to go in the second quarter. They will come on to go for the 2-point conversion. After that, the clock will be a continuous. Second half. Second half, the clock will be continuous as it may go a little faster. I see Coach Woodard down here talking to his quarterback. Tell him, hey, stick it out, man. It's no big deal. You're on the half-yard line. You got to get rid of the ball. We understand the situation. Next time, let's don't put ourselves in that situation. We'll be all right.
No doubt. Stay tuned. Halftime, man. We're going to have a special guest. We're going to have the starting quarterback for our Dragons, man. Josh Keith come over here and talk about his commitment Saturday. He's got, a pan full of offers, a couple of big names. He's got some PWOs from Lane Kiffin's Ole Miss and Purdue, where his starting receiver, Damon Marable, is committed to. He officially received his official offer the other day. As we know, he's been committed to Purdue since early April. Josh has also got an offer from Nick Saban's Alabama as a preferred walk-on. He was down there at Alabama's camp over the weekend. Him and a couple of our guys down there, Juwan Goins and Connor Bayless, were down there. They said he did really well.
I heard he was out there throwing a 4.6, 4.7, 40. I don't know. That might. Yeah, Jawan running a 4.4, 40.
That kid's talented, man. That's one of, I played with a kid. His name was Isaiah Jones. He is no longer with us, unfortunately. It was a tragic accident, but that was one of the most talented running backs that I've ever played with. And Jawan is I would say, up there, man. He's a great athlete, man. He's got a really low center of gravity. He's got one of the nastiest dead legs that I've seen. High school, pro, college. He's got good hands. Line him up at the receiver. He's just all around. He's a great athlete, man.
And a smile that goes for a mile.
Oh yeah.
If you don't see that kid with a smile on his face, he's real mad.
And you're always gonna see him, man. He's always got some bright colors on. He's here today in some bright purple, man.
He was eating the heck out of that Frosty, though.
Oh yeah.
Hey, we got a little
That's a great return right there.
Man,
looks like number
16. Austin Phillips doing his thing, getting away from a few tackles there. I like it.
Hopefully that can translate over to some offense, man, and we can get something going for the Hawks. I mean, I'd say that if we get, a touchdown or at least get down to that side of the field, at halftime, I'd call that a plus, man.
It's definitely not a bad situation.
No.
Next week they're away at Loudon. We will not be there.
Yeah, the Hawks will be next week traveling to Loudoun County to face the Loudoun Redskins, a middle school team. That should be a good game, man. Loudoun's had a Powerhouse Middle School. Looks like a fumbled snap right there, a fumbled handoff.
McCaffrey falls on it for loss of about 5 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 15 from the 37-yard line. Just can't get anything moving downfield. Just kind of stuck where the ball lies. Got 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the first half. We are going to have timeout, Clinton Hawks.
We're going to bring freshman quarterback Camden Nelson in here. Just let him talk a little bit, man. Let him talk about what it's like to learn from quarterback Josh Keith, and I know we've got a real good quarterback room. Step up right there. All right, so what's up, buddy? Just tell your name, tell them what grade you're in, man. Tell them how you're doing.
Camden Nelson. I'm a freshman. I'm doing pretty good.
So what's it like, man, to just be able to learn from Josh and who's a 4-year starter now for us at the Dragons? Tell me what it's like to sit in a quarterback room with him, man. Sitting in meetings with him and just learning from him, kind of trying to absorb as much as you can from his game. He's a heck of a quarterback now.
Yeah, it's great. Like you said, he's really good, and he's really good at reading and just knowing when to throw it, where to throw it. It's great to learn from him.
We saw some bright moments from the scrimmage the other night. You had some tough moments with some line and them getting back there to you, but you had some bright moments as well. What do you think you picked up from that scrimmage the other night?
Just keep my head straight. Don't get down on myself.
We've talked about that in years past, I think.
Yes, sir.
Now, you took a break. If I'm correct, you didn't play football last year as an 8th grader, did you?
No, I didn't.
You just played, basketball?
Yeah.
Definitely glad to be back on the football field, man. And a Friday night in Clinton is unlike anything else around here, man. It's definitely a great place to play, great atmosphere, man. We got some tough fans. So hopefully we look forward to seeing you in some games, man. We get you in.
Yes, sir.
Blow some teams out this year and get you in quick, man.
Yes, sir.
Looks like we're going to have a handoff to McCaffrey. Who busts up the sideline, man. He's going to go all the way if he don't step out of bounds. That's going to be a touchdown for the Hawks. Wow.
That is a touchdown from the 37-yard line.
Good. That is what I like to see, man. That kid is a heck of an athlete, man. We were just talking earlier about how all it takes is for him to find one little seam and see ya. He's gone to the races.
You've heard of Baby Gronk. Maybe we have Baby McCaffrey here.
No doubt, man. He's a scat back for sure, man. He runs a lot like, his family in the NFL.
His namesake.
Yeah.
Oh, Baby McCaffrey. Maybe we'll just have to label him that from now on.
Definitely good to live up to the name, man. We're going to have to change his number to 22.
It was a bad snap. He took the snap and just ran.
Hey, make things happen when people think nothing's going to happen. So that's the first ball we've actually it's first time
We got a first down.
we've went past the sticks. So pretty big situation.
First positive run, first positive play. That's a touchdown. I mean, it don't get no better than that. We're going to have a pass from Brendan Hayden is going to be caught by number 2.
Xavier Gallagher.
And he's going to be
brought down shy of the goal line for 2, but still. Hey, we'll take it. 34-6. Hawks get on the board. What a heck of a grab there by Xavier Gallagher.
that was a heck of a catch,
He
man.
just
That was tough.
ripped it out of the defender's hand and still picked up some yards. So
That's definitely some good flashes up, man. That's always good to see out of an offense, especially when you're down, 34 points in the first half. That's enough to put most middle school teams out. So I'm glad to see that, these guys are still fighting that. That shows a lot, and it says a lot about your coaches, man. As a middle school staff, man, you get down 34-0 in the second half, excuse me. That's enough to put most kids and most coaches out,
And you've got Dustin Holyfield on the screen now, our camera on for the high school. He's a special teams coach.
yeah, Dustin Hollifield is our special teams coach here for the Clinton Hawks. He runs our camera for Dragon Vision for the high school games, but he gets to be on the sideline here and do a little extra work special teams. So another great addition to the coaching staff for the Clinton Hawks this year.
You also got former Dragon Dawson Woodard, who was a former Maverick and a former Dragon. He finished his high school career up with the Dragons last year. His dad is actually the head coach, Eric Woodard. I don't know what Dawson coaches. It looks like he's coaching some special teams right here, but definitely good to see, a young man who just finished up his high school career, definitely try to give back to his community.
Just a
coaching middle school.
positive kid, just great, loving on these kids. I think they called him preacher man last year or something like
Oh,
that.
absolutely, man. He was a good dude last year, man. You know, he played anywhere we asked him to play. You know,
I saw him switch jerseys.
yeah. At one point, we had him, you know, switch jerseys a couple times and, you know, play on a couple different sides of the football. Oh, looks like the
ball's loose.
Hawks are going to have a chance to recover the kickoff right here.
Did not get a hold of it, but man, that looked good. I like to see positive things happening here.
Absolutely, man. It looks like we're building some good momentum going into halftime. I mean, it's like I said, you know, the Hawks get the ball to start the second half, so hopefully we can, you know, ride this momentum out and maybe we can give the Rams a game, man. It looks like the Rams have kind of let off the gas here, thinking that, you know, they're just gonna. Looks like they're gonna, you know, thinking that they've got this in the bag, man. I wouldn't count us out, man. I like what I see from the Hawks.
You know, we talked earlier about how it's usually second or third game before we start seeing positive things happen. Maybe it's second half, or maybe second quarter,
man,
second half.
You know, last year with the Dragons, man, a lot of people considered us a second half team, man. You know, we had some rough first halves. A lot kind of like, you know, the Vols used to be, you know, last year and a couple years ago, man. We have a little rough first half. You know, we'd spot some teams, you know, 14, 7 points, and then we'd come out and light up the scoreboard, and that's just kind of what we did, man. And it cost us a couple games. We got a fumble recovered by number 55. Let's see if they can hold on to it, though. We got a flag, too.
I don't know if it's a flag or if it's a marker. He just threw the.
Yeah, I think he threw the wrong flag down it because he looks like he's waving the Hawks football right now.
No flag.
Yeah, no flag.
He used that as a sandbag.
Gonna be 1st and 10 Hawks, man. That's like I said, you know, great momentum going into the second half, man. Let's see if we can, you know, give the ball to McCaffrey here again and see if we can't punch it in and you know, cut this score in half going into the second half. That'd be great to see.
No running clock anymore.
Right, yeah. The second half, there's no running clock now, as we have got it under 30 points between the spread there. You know, I'd like to see something big here from the Ferguson kid. He's got good hands. I'd love to see a ball thrown to him or Easton Gillum maybe get in the game here and contribute. There's some great hands on the offensive side. I think if we get somebody enough time to get the ball out there to them, they can do big things.
And don't sleep on Brennan Hayden, man. That kid can make some plays with his feet, man. He's a heck of an athlete, man. He's quick. You know, if he gets the chance to, you know, get a seam and take off on foot, man, I'd watch out for him.
You know, Coach Keith was in the press box with us during the scrimmage the other day, and he just said, kid's got the swagger. He's got the football walk. He's got that personality. He's just ready to roll. He's just wanting to see him bust out, and that's kind of where we're at right now, seeing what Hayden can do.
And he's a good kid, man. He works hard. You know, he played receiver for the Hawks last year, and that's not what you want to see. You know, you got to
fumbled handoff. They recovered it. McCaffrey got back on top of it, but it's going to be a loss of about 5 yards.
And, you know, we were saying Hayden's definitely the kid. You know, he's a great kid, man, you know, and he played receiver for the Hawks last year and then transferred to quarterback now. He's definitely the kind of kid that, you know, is going to play anywhere that, you know, he can help his team win. And, you know, he'll let you hear it too, man. He's a talker, man, but he's one of those kids that if he talks it, man, he's definitely going to back it up. We got to snap to McCaffrey here, who's going to hit a seam and going to try to get back to the line, but it looks like he's not going to be able to make it. It looks like a loss of 3 or 4 yards.
Looks like we're going to be about 3rd down and Norwood here.
Yeah, it's definitely a deep for the Hawks, man. May have jinxed them when I said they had some momentum going in because it looks like it's going back the other way.
It is definitely going negative yardage right now, but, you know, it's just a play away from making a difference here, so.
I'd like to see him throw a little screen or something to McCaffrey if they can get it out, man. You know, get the defense on kind of on their toes, man. The defense has kind of been, you know, comfortable all night. You know, we've kind of run, pass. But I definitely think that, you know, the corner's playing, you know, 7-8 yards off this receiver here. See what we can do. There it is.
There's your screen and in traffic.
Looks like we threw that to Junior Ward, man. You know, that's more of your power back to me. You know, you want to throw a screen to a guy like McCaffrey who can, you know, make one person miss and hit a seam and then just get into some space.
And we are looking at 4th down and Norwood. We might even be 4th down in Harriman. I'm not sure exactly headed that direction.
Gonna have about 2 minutes and 15 seconds here until the second half. Snap to Junior Ward. Punt is up, and it is
It's kind of hang time, but that's about all
that
we've got.
took a great bounce for the Hawks, though, there at the end, man. I'd go ahead and pick that up. Looks like they're going to get the ball on about the 33, 32-yard line.
So that will be first down Rams from the 30.
Looks like the 32 and a half.
33-yard line, something like that, about 33-yard line.
Looks like we got another Dragon player up here, Mr. Trey Hall. You know, he's going to be a great player for us this year. You know, he starts corner on the JV team, man. He'll see some varsity time this year, too. Look to have him make some plays and watch out for his name up here.
Well, you know, that did turn out positive, but I will say it kind of put us back to where we started from here. So
I don't know that, but I mean, this is the worst field position that Robertsville's had all night. So hopefully we can hold them off. You know, speaking of Trey Hall's cousin is actually down there on the field. He's number 24, Josiah. He had the interception return for a touchdown down there. Looks like a handoff up the sideline.
it's going to be Trace Jackson on the run.
No laundry on the field, so that's going to hold up. Going to have about a minute, a little under 2 minutes right here. It's going to be about 2nd and 5.
All right, we are 2nd and 5. And
Oh.
snap is a bad snap here. Let's see if we can get back to him. Broke it
Great
up.
pass breakup right there. I don't know who that is out there at corner. Looks like number 24 maybe, number 4.
No, 19. That's 19.
That is number 19. Not sure exactly. Is that Ferguson?
Yep. He's made a couple big plays.
Number 19, that's going to be Hayden Ferguson.
And we saw great things from him against the scrimmage at Horace Manor. He's another quick one. I would put him up against McCaffrey in a race, and it would be a heck of a race. He might not be 4.4 speed like Mr. Flavor over here, but
3rd and 5.
Handoff up the middle. We're going to have a flag on the play, but that's going to be a great tackle, man, by number 60 and number 23, Junior Ward.
looks like Maceo on the run.
Let's see. We got number 60 for the Hawks, man. That's going to be
I'm on the
Weston Fulford.
illegal shift.
That's going to be an illegal shift against the Rams. Looks like it's going to back them up some more. If I was the Hawks, man, I'd go ahead and take the down. I mean, it's going to be 4th down, and,
I think
you know.
I think they.
Let's see what they do. You're going to decline
So
it.
that was
That's a great, smart move right there by Coach Woodard.
that was number 25, Jackson Billingsley, actually on the run there.
That was a great decision, man, by Coach Woodard to decline that and make it 4th down. I mean, you got a minute and a half left to go in the second half, or the first half, sorry. Just try to get the ball back and see if you can make something happen with it, a minute left.
Yeah, I think they're going to hold and call a timeout. They're holding the player down inside sideline. They're going to do a timeout.
Looks like Robertsville's going to run the clock out and call a timeout here. Give the Hawks about a minute probably
No, he's yelling punt team to run now.
to shake something up with the.
He just yelled the punt team to run out.
Looks like they're sending out the punt team right here.
Very late. It's too close to the
He had to call timeout here.
There's the timeout.
We've got a timeout Rams. That's going to be their 2nd timeout of the half. Hopefully the Hawks have got, their man back deep. Looks like number 24.
Charlie Turbyville. That is one quick, fierce kid. He's put on some weight. I watched him in flag football this fall, actually this spring. He was phenomenal. He's quick. He's fearless. He's a headhunter. So
He's a good basketball player, too.
yeah, good basketball player. He's quick. Hope to see great things from him this season as well. See if he can't scoop this up and make something happen.
We have 1:30 left when they come out. So we get one more score.
After this timeout and the kick, we're going to have about a minute and a half left to make something happen. Got to end on a positive note here.
No doubt. Definitely, I'd say let's just get a hold of this punt, man, and just hold on to it and see if we can make something happen on offense, man. I definitely think that's going to be a good thing for the Hawks, man. You know, just kind of keep that momentum going into the second half.
Austin, you're going to have to put your helmet on, buddy.
Don't really have anyone back deep. Now they got to go back deep.
Got number
Yep.
24 back deep. That's going to be, I think that's Turbyville back deep. That's a heck of a last name, man. Got a high snap. And that's going to be that's a pretty good punt, man, for a middle school kid. Definitely don't touch it, don't touch it. There we go.
That takes a Clinton bounce back to the 47-yard line. Clinton will take over from the 47 with a minute and 23 seconds to go in the first half. Like we said, let's see if we can't find something positive to end this half on and really go into halftime with something to look forward to. We get the ball the second half as we deferred. So see if we can't do back-to-back here. Get something on the board here and then take over in the second half and put another quick one up. So right back in the game if we can make that happen.
Looks like handoff to McCaffrey is going to be a loss of yards.
We're going to have to do something on that line to keep them off of them.
Yeah. Or get him out in some space, man. Throw some screens to him and count them as tosses.
They may run the clock out.
I mean, we're at a minute and 3 seconds to go in the first half.
One more play and they can run it if they wait till after 40. Willard's making the calls.
Play call coming in from Xavier Gallagher.
Possibly last play.
It is looking like it may be the last play unless it is a pass play that falls incomplete. 24 seconds to go here. Hand off to McCaffrey. Up the middle, and that will be the end of the first half. As the Robertsville Rams leading 34-6. They're actually going to try to get another play out. It's
Surely not.
not going to happen. You're offsides. There's no way in the world you're getting anything off here.
Yeah, I definitely think the best decision was to go to half, you know. A rough half, you know, for the Hawks, man. Flashes of some promise, you know. Had that great run by McCaffrey for a touchdown, and then, you know, we recovered a fumble, had some tackles for loss. I mean, they're showing some flashes, man. They just got to, you know, keep the momentum up, you know, keep the fight to them.
Hey, guys, we're going to take a 2-minute break here on Dragon Vision, and we will be back with your Clinton Dragons starting quarterback, QB1, Josh Keith. Stay with us. We'll be right back, guys.
Wait.
Welcome back on Dragon Vision. I'm Brian Ford, and I'm here with QB1 Josh Keith. What's up, man?
Nothing much.
Hey, so I heard you put up some numbers here at camp in Alabama the other day.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
What was that? What was that 40 speed? I mean, we're not gonna rub it in.
I don't remember it, but I remember it was a high 4.5, 4.6.
There you go. Hey, that's speed. I don't have that speed. I mean, if I'm rolling down a hill, maybe. But Josh, expect big things from you this year. We saw great glimpses of great things during the scrimmage the other night. We know you're always cool, calm, and collective back there in the pocket. But we also love to see you scramble and make something happen. That's what we talked about on Dragon Vision all year last year, is just make something happen. You look at it, and you got 3 guys running at you, and somehow you break loose and throw a 25-yard pass. And we didn't get to see that in the scrimmage because every time they get back to the backfield, they called it dead on you. We're like, oh, no, he would have made something happen there.
Yes, sir.
So lots of great things. What are you looking forward to in your senior year?
Definitely just taking it 1-0, taking it one game at a time, just going 1-0 every week. I'll just say the camaraderie with my guys, just one last shot. I would say that's what we're looking forward to the most. Just spending time with them for the time I have with them left, making everything count.
There's 21 of you seniors or something like that?
Yeah, somewhere around that area.
Crazy.
It's a lot of us.
I've watched these kids grow up. When Josh came in 8th grade, we tried to get him to play basketball, and he didn't play that 8th grade year. But he held out and started training for his freshman year, which proved to be amazing at Clinton High School, and now he's going into his 4th year, doing big things, and kind of got something to show for it now.
Yes, sir.
So how many offers you got right now?
8.
8.
Yes, sir.
Man, it's good things.
Yes, sir.
It's a hard decision, right?
Yes, sir.
You start looking at colleges, and am I going to play? Am I going to be close to home? Can mom and dad come watch me? It's a lot to take on. I remember 24 years ago when I was going through the same situation in baseball, and it's like I want to be close enough to home but far enough away to where I can live a life and kind of be my own kid. And I don't know what you're looking at as far as colleges and stuff, but I would say it's probably some of the same things. Am I going to get to play? Where am I going to be at in the depth chart? Am I close to home? Is there going to be home cooking somewhere close? Or what are you looking forward to?
I'm just well, right now I'm really taking just high school in. I'm worried about college, but that's not my most of my concern right now. I'm just taking the time that we have right now as a team, taking that in because I won't get it back. That's my last year. But
Exactly.
college, I'll worry about after the season.
I like it. I like it a lot. That's saying a lot for his teammates, where he wants things to be. This team has a special future. Several big games kind of in a row there.
Yes, sir.
So we got to start game 1, make that happen, and see where it goes game 2, game 3. We can't look forward to the 4 games you got in a row that are kind of going to be rough on us. But hey, so what have you been preparing for this coming week for Carson Newman?
Definitely just going through my progressions faster. Something I was a little slow in a couple of them drives of last week's scrimmage against Hardin Valley and CAK. I would say just my progressions faster, keeping my team calm, just going, executing business, starting off early. Other than that, I feel like everything else we executed. I would say we were a little bit out of shape, or maybe it was just because of the 10 drives, or the 10 play drive or whatever. But we just need to get more in shape, stay humble, stay grinding, and then this Friday we'll take care of business.
Yeah, I think one of the things I saw that was missing in the scrimmage the other night was Braylon Taylor coming across the middle. There were a few of those slant routes that I was like, that's his route.
Yeah, if we
with him not being there, the loss of his family member. Guys, be with you guys. But that was hard, and so it's hard to build your game.
Yes, sir.
Without missing one of your key receivers.
Right, and he's a big part of that offense, and without him there, it's just like a little different because he runs we know each other, our connections very well, and I feel like when he's not there, the time is a little different. That's why I said my progressions, they were a little bit slower because I had to adjust to other people's speed. But I feel like when Braylon gets back, it's going to be much more precise, and he's a great receiver.
Yeah. You've got a crew of them, man. And we talked about in Dragon Vision in the scrimmage the other night how you have 8 players on your receiving core, 6 foot, 6'2", 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah.
That's nice, right?
Yes, sir, it is. It's luxury for me.
That is luxury.
With a great offensive line as well, if y'all see this.
Indeed. So you guys, thanks for joining us here. Character, character, character. That's what Josh Keith speaks. Now, we can't say much about your dad here. We put him on camera. It's a little different story, right? It's a different character, you will. No, we love him to death, and we're glad to have you here, man. And if you need anything from us and Dragon Vision and just us in general, please let us know. Reach out to us. We love you.
Yes, sir. We love you.
Indeed.
I love you too. Thank you.
Yep, appreciate it. Hey, we'll be back here on Dragon Vision in just one moment.
And we're back on Dragon Vision. Dragon Vision number 13 takes the kickoff, spins around, finally tackled over there by Robertsville. I'm Matt Hagan, now joined by Josh Keith, who's going to help us out with this game. Josh, you don't have to do the play-by-play. You can just talk about what you see, talk about what you would call in this situation.
Okay.
So
All right, that's easier.
Yeah. We had Brian Ford and Coach Hanna decided to throw you under the bus on that
Yeah,
one.
they just throw me out here like.
Yeah, but you're having fun out here. It's a good day. I'm gonna have to reset my clock because I forgot to stop it. But it's a good day for football today after all the rain we had.
Yes, sir.
What are So I know they asked you, and I know we had there was a special guest earlier today. You mentioned one thing during that one. What was your favorite? What was one of your most memorable moments last season with the Dragons?
Oh man.
You don't have to mention the same one. You can mention any of them you want.
Okay, so earlier I had mentioned the game winner against Gibbs in the overtime when I ran it in. I think that was amazing, and it was so cold. I just remember my teammates jumping around like I can't get that moment back. But I can make more, which is this year we are gonna make more memories and even better than what they were last year. I'd say last year I think one of my favorite moments.
And they wave off a flag right now, which was thrown really late for some random reason.
Let's see.
I can tell you what mine was, and it was actually about the same time you did that. It wasn't a play against Gibbs. It was when you decided to stop your team right before overtime, and all you said was, get me one stop.
Yeah.
Get me one stop,
Yes,
and
sir.
it's over.
Yeah, and they got me a stop. They Gibbs kicked three for extra point for 3 points. They kicked the field goal because we got a stop on defense. They gave me a stop. We had a 8, 9 yard run, I think by Juwan, and it was 2nd and goal. And I remember Coach Hammock said, punch it in. And he said, send them on in motion. And I said, yes, sir, I'll get it done. And it was just it's like movie, the way that happened. It was like a movie. It's crazy.
Yeah.
For sure that has to be my favorite moment. But like if I had to think about another moment, it'd probably be definitely like I think it was man, I think one of my favorite moments, it was definitely just celebrating. Like I scored and I celebrated. It was against Powell. It was,
Yes.
That's what it was. Hold on, I'll say that this way.
No, you're fine. Keep going. We got a handoff to McCaffrey. Breaks 2. Almost broke 3, but also close to a face mask, but they got him by his jersey instead.
All right, it was definitely when we were playing Powell. We were down by 2.
Yes.
It was 22-20, and we were going for a 2-point conversion. The snap was a little to the left, and I had to go get it at the 20.
And the Braylon.
And I picked it up.
Yeah.
The defense secondary came up because they thought the play was like I was just gonna run it, and I throw it off balance to Braylon in the back of the end zone. I think that was, man, I tell you, I'll never forget that. That was something. That was something. That was one of my favorite plays of the season for sure.
I was going to say, you messaged me about that one probably about 20 minutes after the game. Can I get that video? And it took me a while, but you got the video.
Yes, sir.
And, what are they calling it right now? They blew the play dead, so good. I can actually let my clock go to catch up.
All right.
It looks like they got a possible jersey issue or possible it's an injury, it looks like, to a player. He might be bleeding out of his nose right now, or they think he may have gotten a head injury. But we're not going to speculate on that part, but he is being helped off the field. I am happy he's walking off on his own. We've had a few players have those type of injuries. This is a good... The Hawks have stepped up since the first quarter. They gave up 34 unanswered, and then they got the touchdown.
All right, in this situation, you got an outside linebacker bumped out. Looks like somebody's... it's 3rd down.
Yeah.
In that situation, if you notice, safety's playing like 25 yards back. So, I mean, they obviously weren't trying to give up nothing right there. But what I would have ran against that is probably quick slants because of how far corners are off. They're about 8 to 10 yards. So they're definitely sitting in the zone and not in the man right now.
Funniest thing I just saw on there, as soon as the play was over, Coach Woodard sprinted all the way to midfield calling a timeout to talk to his team in the middle of the huddle. I've not seen him run that fast, and I don't know how long, but something got him right there, and he just sprinted all the way. So this is going to be a 4th and 10. We've punted the ball 3 times. Once was tipped, ended up as a -1 yard punt. Once was nearly blocked. Bad snap and covered for a touchdown. Well, but like I said, this is Coach Woodard's first game being a head coach since Dawson's 8th grade year. So it's been 4 full seasons since he's been or 5 full seasons since he's been a head coach at Clinton Middle.
Yes, sir.
And this is always a tough game.
Yeah.
It's Oak Ridge, it's Clinton. You know this history now. You've been here 4 years. You've seen this.
Right.
Here's a junior going to take the snap to try to punt it. See how this one goes. Good snap, good hold. The kick's it's actually a decent
Pretty
punt
good
for
punt.
him. It's
Yeah, that's a good punt.
really good roll. Now, I will give 16 credit for Robertsville on that one for recovering it because he probably stopped it from going 3-4 more yards down the field at least. Well, I'm going to ask you this, Josh. You've seen, we've had some growth. We had some players leave last year, some big players. We've had some
Right.
changes this offseason.
Yes, sir.
What is your favorite? What is something that's meant to you most about seeing this team gel this offseason coming into the first, even next week's Catholic game and then the first game against Cleveland?
I think what's very impressive is that we lost some key players last year, and it just brought us closer together. I feel like you can have all the talent in the world on your team, but if it's not disciplined and it's not a team, it's really no benefit out of it. You can have superstars, you can have D1 offers, but if you're not a team, the camaraderie isn't right, it's not going to be a very good team. And I feel like that's what we struggle with a little bit. These past couple of years not really being as close as we need to be, but this year it's a little bit different. Everybody has their bumps along the lines, but I feel like we fixed a lot of it. Mostly, like for the most part, definitely.
I'm going to say good tackle right there by McCaffrey on that
that was a
little
good tackle.
swing pass. One other thing I've noticed is, or one thing I know, I wanted what happened earlier today, this guy to ask you a question. I've asked it to you already. What's it like playing with your family coaching you? You've got your dad, and you've got your brother, your mom's at all the games. You've
Right.
got your family messaging us all the time on social media. What does that mean to you?
It's surreal, because some kids don't get that opportunity to have their father as their head coach. It's once in a lifetime type of moment. And my brother, he was a DB coach last year. I think just after a play, he's still on the sidelines. I think after a play, it's something. Just if you mess up, you don't have to look in the stands and be like and mouth to them like, what did I do? What could I have done better? Because my parents or my dad and my older brother, they have a lot of experience when it comes to ball. And I feel like just if I mess up or if I miss a read or could have done something better on that certain play, I can just go to the sideline and ask them, what could I have done better? Instead of having to wait after the game, I can correct my mistakes right then and there. And I think that's just amazing, the fact that I'm getting to play alongside my father and my brother and, doing the unthinkable. I just feel like, that's something I'll never take for granted because, some kids just never get that opportunity. And I'm very thankful for it. I'm just thankful.
Yeah. Hey, no, that's the perfect answer. And then after this play, which is 3rd down and 8, it's the second time they've had him on 3rd and long in consecutive series. So
They got a quick out. He's uncovered.
Oh, he got horse
That's a good
collar
tackle.
possibly. No, they gave it to him. I almost thought that
That's a
was
good
going to be a
tackle.
horse tackle, but it's going to be an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
Great job by 24. That is Turbyville. And actually, fun fact about Turbyville, his mom was one of my teachers in elementary school.
She was my kindergarten.
She's one of the best teachers as well. But Josh, you and I were talking earlier. Gibbs, you were talking about the celebration. My favorite part about your celebration, your brother, the embrace you both have. I was right there and got that shot.
Yes, sir.
And everybody flipped over that shot. It's one of the best shots I think I've gotten in years.
that's my dog.
Yeah, your brother loves you, loves this team.
Yeah.
He became part of this family. And we
Yes.
know now orange is your color. just from the last 4 years.
Yes.
You came from Todd County, Kentucky, where
It
your
was
dad.
red.
It was red.
Yes.
And now you've got orange. And I'll ask you this, like I did when I was doing that question for where I work. What does it mean putting that dragons across your chest every day?
Man, people ask me. Hold on, way after this.
Yeah, you got Turbyville trying to return it, breaking 2 tackles. Hey, also we are going to have roughing the kicker, as Brian just mentioned to us, because we do have a flag, and you see it on your screen right here. It could, It depends. They may end up calling this like a running into the kicker. It just depends. Nope, they're going to call it the personal foul, roughing, which is going to be an automatic first down for the Robertsville Rams. But go ahead, Josh. Talk about that.
Question was, what was the question again?
It was, what does it mean putting the dragons across your chest every day?
Man, I'll never forget my freshman year. I remember I played my first home game. It was against Halls. And, you know, it wasn't even Halls. Hold on. It was, I think it was West. And we didn't even have a very good record. And I remember it was just the fact that I looked in the stands and the amount of fans that came out to still support us, that showed me a lot. You know, I'm not from here. This isn't my community, but it feels like I've been here my entire life. That's how much support that they show us on and off the field. I can definitely say on and off the field. Not just because of football. I feel like they support us all around. That's something I will never take for granted. And while I wear Clinton and Dragons across my chest, that's what I am at the moment. And off the field, off the field. You know, if you you check my bio, it says Clinton High School. And that's just like, that's family. I'll always remember Clinton High School.
There's a run around the outside, number 1. There's going to be a flag in the backfield, though. He was tackled after about an 8-yard gain. No, I agree with that one. I'm a Clinton grad. I'm from here. Your leadership is one of the best I've seen in years. And one person I talk to a lot is Darian Stone. I know you would know who Darian
Yes,
is.
sir.
I actually was classmates with Darian back
Yes,
here.
sir.
He's even said all positive things. He wishes he was here to watch you every day.
Yes, sir.
He might be coaching at Bearden, but he has so much respect for you and your dad.
I have so much respect for Darian Stone, Mr. Stone. I watched this film, my goodness. I could, hurdling over people, throwing 50, 40-yard bombs just on the rope after breaking like 3 tackles. I think that's just amazing. Like, that's definitely one of the most elusive and just not I think he's the most elusive quarterback to come through Clinton. All around.
He is because he's a dual threat.
Yeah.
The number 1 passer, probably pure passer we had
Tyler Thaxter.
was Tyler.
Yeah.
And
he was a
Tyler-
very good thrower. I watched this film too. He threw everything on the rope, and his deep ball was very accurate. It was ridiculous to watch on film.
It was.
But yeah, definitely Darian Stone, just because of like the way he would run and throw at the same time, that makes him so elusive. And it was unbelievable how I saw him hurdle people. My goodness. And then Tyler, he had good feet too. But he was definitely more of a passer.
And I will say that this team right here that we have is going to resemble the team from 08-09 when I was here. I graduated 08, so it was the 07, 08, 09. Think of, you got Jawan Goins, and then you have Weston Hazelhurst back then. Tell me Weston Hazelhurst, Jawan and Weston do not have very similar styles, if you've seen any of his film. Here's a shotgun, deep pass.
Big.
Oh, he almost got the pick, but it hit in the ground. That was a very good read. That's the second time 19 has broken up a pass so far in this one. But no, Josh, you've heard of Weston Hazelhurst?
I've heard of him, but I never got to see film.
So if you could imagine Jawan,
Right.
Weston was about the same size, a little bit smaller. They both had the power.
Wait, what number was he?
Weston was, Brian, do you remember? I think he was 20. I think he was 22. Yeah. He was 22. He graduated in 09 with Darian. He ended up going to the University of the Cumberlands, went to a linebacker, and became an All-American and won a championship with the University of the Cumberlands.
Wow.
He now works in law enforcement, we'll put it that way. He was a Clinton police officer, and he still loves watching all of our games. He gives us credit.
Yeah.
What is your expectation this year, not just for yourself, but what do you want to see out of your team? For when you come out, you're going to come out in the lights against Cleveland. What do you want to see in that stadium?
Well, what I do see, and what I know I'm going to see, is a bunch of dogs hungry. When we come out that locker room, it's us versus them and who they brought with them. You know, I know my team's going to come out. They're going to come out and do what they got to do. You know, I feel like I'm very confident in my guys. Offensive line is going to block their butts off. Defense is going to hold them. We just got to execute everything and stay disciplined the entire game. Can't let fatigue get to us at all. But I know they're going to come out strong, and we're going to leave strong. So, but for expectation wise, everybody knows everybody on the team knows what we got to do. I feel like so. If that was a question to ask, I feel like I have to have all the guys here because they will all be on the same page on this answer for that type of question.
Oh, definitely. One other thing, we actually have, since we have a coach in the box with us, what do you want to say about your coaching staff? How have they helped you develop over the last 4 years and this past summer, especially with all the new players?
Oh my goodness, where do I start? Definitely from Coach Keith down, all the way to Coach Hammock, Coach Paris, Coach Jordan, Coach Jay, Coach Colquitt, Coach Emmon, Coach Tracy, and anybody I left out. They've just all even like some of those coaches that I mentioned. They're on the defense side of the ball, and they still always in my ear, telling me what I did and didn't do right. Just always helping the team out. They're always there, being selfless when they could be doing anything else other than helping us. But they're there helping us get better each and every day, and I'm very thankful for that. And I feel like this coaching staff, they see what we have. I feel like, and they tell us whenever we need to know, just in case we forget. And I like that. But I like that the fact that most of the time they don't tell us, so we can stay humble. You don't need to know how good you are all the time. If you know you are, you just don't need to talk about it. And I feel like that's a great thing. They don't tell us how good we are because you can get too much above your head. But I'm very thankful for the coaching staff that we have. They're very supportive, and I feel like every last one of them are bought in. So,
Yeah, we talked. We had Camden come in here earlier.
Cam.
We asked him.
Is that a pick?
No, that was a good catch. That was a really good catch by that wide receiver, being able to rip it out of the hands. But we asked Cam, what was it like being in the quarterback room with Josh? And now we're going to ask you the same question. How has Cam developed, and how are you helping that?
Let's see. I think I've been knowing Cam for a couple years now, but this is the first time of us being in the same room. And we've been in the same room for about a month and a half, roughly 2 months. I'll say Cam, his development is definitely improving. He's definitely improving a lot when it comes to his footwork, his timing, the way he throws his deep ball now. I would say, what we still have to work on though. And I told him I'm never gonna sugarcoat him, or I'm not gonna be soft on him because. If you want to be great, you can't take just soft coaching sometimes. And, he has to be able to take that criticism because as a quarterback, you got to be able to take any criticism and go about the game like nothing happened. You got to leave it behind you. So every time he does something wrong, I tell him because I expect him to do the same to me. As a quarterback, you got to take that and you got to weight on your shoulders. And then you got to go to the next play and score and get your team down the field. Keep everybody hot even when it's a low moment. And I feel like I'll wait till after this play.
So we got to run up the middle. Good stop right there by 23. Keep forgetting his name, Junior. And the fun thing about Junior is his dad and I were neighbors when he was born, so I've known him for most of his life. We'll let you keep going now, talking about your quarterback room and Cam and Nelson.
Cam, it's just if, he does something right, I give him a pat, give him a handshake, then we'll do it again. Because as a quarterback, you're expected to do something like that. You got to do everything right. But when he does something wrong, I'm the first to get in his butt because that's how you get better. And as a quarterback, you got to be talked to, you got to know, and sometimes you just got to get it a tough way. Because you throw an interception to win the game, you're the worst guy in the world. You throw a game winner, you're the best guy in the world. So it's that type of life as a quarterback. I feel like though he takes it well. Some quarterbacks, they would have quit by now. The way the coaches coach him and I and the other quarterbacks.
Oh, look at this break right here. We got Christian McCaffrey going again.
That's a hole.
Here goes McCaffrey. Bulldoze over a guy down to the 20. There is a flag on the play, but that is the second or third big run for McCaffrey in this game. McCaffrey right now is the star for this team, just for this game. And Brian knows this. Well, one thing we're going to do in the football games this year for high school is we're going to name a player of the game on offense and on defense, And we're going to try, depends on how your dad feels, pulling you guys for interviews after the game.
Yes, sir.
It could either be on the field, because we now have the technology out. You didn't get to see this yet,
Right.
but during the scrimmage in the fourth quarter, or I'm going to call it the fourth quarter, during the last part of the scrimmage from last week, we used my camera that's on the sidelines, and they were able to watch it up in the press box.
Yes,
So
sir.
your celebrations will now be seen by everybody up front. May not be heard. They won't be heard, I will tell you
Okay.
that, but they will be seen, especially when you have a lot of fun with your celebrations.
Oh, yeah.
I know you and Jawan were telling me, I'm not asking what they are, but you told me you guys have something special planned, so I'm going to be
yeah.
watching for that.
We have a really nice handshake. Yeah, I think it's nice. I got a lot of handshake with my guys.
I saw you working on Caden Hodgins. You need to get him one, too.
Oh, yeah. But no, I have a question.
Yes.
Like with the offensive MVPs, will you give it to the offensive line? Like
We can't. I mean, this is going to be up to Brian and
yeah,
DJ. I agree.
I feel like for sure.
Good run right here by Braden Hayden.
Take
He's
it.
going 30, 25,
20.
down to the 20, and it's
We'll take
probably
that.
going to be the end. They may have one more play, about 17 seconds left. That might be the last play of the third quarter.
That's just at a 19.
That's just at the 19. He was inbound, so it will start when they set it down. They're running number 2 once. They may try to get one more play off, but this is the best consistent drive by the Hawks all night.
Yeah.
And there goes the clock starting again. So we'll see what they're going to do. But yeah, you were saying we do want to mention.
Yeah, I need my guys. They need to get some. They need some more love. I think they need to get a lot of offensive MVPs this year. How they look right now?
There's going to be a false start. They're going to call it more than likely on 64. Looked like he shifted forward just a hair too soon. They do call a false start. Both of them on the left side of the line did shift a hair too soon. I was watching that. They're going to run the clock, so it's going to be the end of the third quarter. Yeah, Josh, I agree with you.
Yeah, I feel like definitely some of them should get a lot of more credit than what they do.
Yeah, Eric. Because you've got Eric Page.
Yes.
We'll give the normal ones, which are Eric, Rhett.
Right.
You got those two. You got Jizzle coming in. Jizzle's been a good asset really good asset to this team.
Absolutely.
My big one that I like watching coming back was actually Connor Ricks.
Connor Ricks. I was just finna say that. I was finna say I think my center deserves offensive MVP out of everybody. If you watch, he wasn't the center for Bearden, but if you watch CAK and you watch the Hardin Valley scrimmage, you never saw the ball on the ground. You never.
No.
I dropped it. I think I dropped one.
You dropped
I'll take
one.
credit
That
for
was it.
But all the snaps, and I never got pressure from the middle. I mean, unless it was I had a linebacker come from the A-gap one time, a running back picked him up. But Connor and the snaps, all of them have been perfect. Like, ridiculously perfect. None over the head, none to my ankles. So I honestly, right now, if we had to choose one, it'd definitely be him because he deserves it.
Okay, and now this is just with us. I mean, they may not be watching, but right now, even for most improved, who would you pick on the defense? I know one young player I would choose just overall right now.
Right now, that played from that scrimmage?
Or just period. That's grown up.
On that defense, Bo Wright.
But that's exactly who I was about to announce. I was going to say, even if you don't give him defense, I would be giving him most improved.
Bo Wright, yeah.
Because Bo, I told him, I'm not going to say you're a football player again until you actually prove it during a game. You have to show me you're going to be there.
Right.
He has shown it. He's stepped up more than he should have by now.
Yeah, absolutely, Bo Wright, because...
You hear that name, you hear Gage Wergen.
Yes,
And Gage Wergen, I forgot.
And for young players,
and
Noah.
I'm going to say definitely those three, but most improved is definitely Bo. And Gage has stepped up a lot, and so has Noah, absolutely.
Yeah, your linebacker crew is...
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah, Chauncey with the pick six again
Yes.
during that one. And
Yes,
I
sir.
actually picked him up one day just to go. We went to go do something afterwards, and he told me I was out of gas. He said I was out of gas the entire time I ran.
He was. They were them. I'm telling you, them 10-play drives. They're not something to play with. But definitely Bo Wright. Bo Wright just very quiet guy. Doesn't really, but he's so intense when it comes to in game. Just doesn't say much. He's very humble in my opinion. And he just handles business, and he's very coachable.
Yes, he
so I
is.
feel like it's definitely Bo Wright. He just stepped up. And, you know, he's not the biggest. He's not the tallest. Not the fastest. But, that, I mean, I don't see that affecting him at all.
I was going to say mentally, though,
Yeah,
he is
mentally.
probably one of the strongest on the team.
Most definitely.
And then I
Because
want
if anything, the safeties, they get yelled at more
Yes.
than anybody. And for Bo to take that and still ball, yeah, that's respect.
yeah, anytime they tell him to do something, they're like, okay, you did this. What does he do? He
Oh,
does everything he can.
touchdown.
Here's a,
Touchdown.
does he get it? Oh! That would have been a perfect touchdown. And Josh would have seen Braden Hayden throw his first touchdown in middle school.
He had two of them. I think they ran seams, and they only had one safety right there, so he could have had either or.
Yeah, and it was a good ball. It just little
just a little
overthrown.
bit.
Like you were telling Mason Chambers yesterday, put some more air under
Right,
it, and
yes,
it
sir.
will come down. I
Right.
watched you say that to him, and you worked with him. Here they go again.
See, you still don't have anybody over top the same receiver. I think that's Xavier. That's a touch.
And it is Xavier. Here he goes. Where's the catch? Down at the 2.
There
Great
it is.
job, Austin Phillips.
There it is. He had both.
There we go,
a good
Austin.
ball.
Let's see. Let's see if it's a touchdown. I want your celebration if this is another touchdown to get us within 20. It'll get us within 22. But I mean, hey, that's not bad after getting down 34-0 in the first quarter.
Yes, sir.
And then I'm gonna have you after this. I'll let you go, but I'm gonna have you do one thing after this. You know what tomorrow is.
Yes, sir.
It's the Meet the Dragons. You are going to promo Meet the Dragons for us. You're going to tell everybody why they should come, and you're going to tell them exactly what they should look for this year. Right after we score. Let's see. Here's a handoff to McCaffrey.
Touchdown.
McCaffrey at the middle. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Great job, McCaffrey, on that touchdown. What do you want to say about that drive? That's the best drive we've seen all night.
That was a really put together drive right there. Obviously, I feel like whoever's calling the play, offensive coordinator or head coach, he definitely saw that they had one safety right there, and that both number 2 receivers were uncovered. So he definitely sent both of them on the seam. And Brendan, he overthrew the first one, but he came back, and the second ball he threw was on the rope. So I feel like they saw that right there, and that's why they're in this situation right now.
And we got Brendan and shotgun with McCaffrey beside him,
He's
going
uncovered
for
again.
2.
You got 2-on-1.
Let's see.
Throw
He's
it.
looking.
Throw it.
He throws it. Little
Touchdown.
screen pass.
Come
He's
on.
going.
Get in there.
Going.
Get in there.
Going.
There it is.
He's in.
There we go.
2.
There we
Austin
go.
Phillips. Nice catch by Austin.
That's
Xavier.
Xavier.
That's Xavier. That's
My boy
right.
Xavier. Yes, sir.
So
Touchdown.
So with about 6:29 left in this game, I'll reset that on my end. It is now 34-14. And now, Josh, now it's your turn.
Okay.
Tell everybody why they need to come to Meet the Dragons tomorrow night.
If you don't have nothing to do, I feel like you should come out and check us out. Just check and see who you're going to be watching this year. And if you can't make it, that's okay. I'm sure, like media days posted and stuff, like, the team picture, like, you'll have a team picture. Everybody will see who we are. But I feel like in person is a little bit better of just meeting who you're going to be cheering on if you come to the games this year. Just getting to know the players that's there. From everybody on the team, I feel like it would be a great time for the community. It's always a good time just to meet everybody on the teams, and I feel like that would be great if you guys came and we get to see each other in person.
All right, Josh. Well, thank you for joining us. We're going to give these headsets back to them.
Yes,
We'll give you a break. You did a great
go.
job with this. Here comes Brian Ford, and here comes Jordan Hanna to take us back the rest of the way with 6:29 to go.
Appreciate you, Josh. That will bring us down 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Your Hawks are at 14. Robertsville Rams at 34. Junior Ward here to kick off.
And it was good to see some flashes of that Hawks offense, man. They looked good coming up
Hey, look at
here
this
in that
open
third
field
quarter.
tackle.
That was a great open field tackle, man.
Big job, number 2.
I got to sit over here and actually watch, some of the Hawks offense and how they, call plays and move, and they did a pretty good job, man, in that third quarter, really, and early in the fourth, getting stuff going and getting momentum going.
I've seen several big tackles actually here in the last couple series that I was impressed with, getting in the backfield and really making a noise.
Looks like we got a Hawk down on the field over there. Can't tell who that is from the number over here. That's 84.
He's up there. He walked off to help for Dustin Holyfield and Eric Wood.
Let's see. Let's just take a look and see who that is. That's number 84. That's going to be That's going to be Gabe Halleck. Hope he's okay. You know, always hate to see a player get injured. Got a good handoff to running back. Looks like Jamasio Stewart for Robertsville.
That's Billingsley, actually.
Billingsley.
Maceo's number 19. Junior Ward on the tackle. That will bring up second and about 8. You know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if our defense is just a little more conditioned, or just finally turned the game up. I don't know. It looks like their offensive line is struggling just a little bit here. Yeah.
They definitely still have their starters in, you know. Oh, looks like a quarterback keeper with Will Reniger right here. Looks like he's going to have enough for Robertsville first down. Unless they mark him short. They gonna mark him. Nope, they're going to give it to him.
So that will be 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line for the Robertsville Rams.
Got about 5 minutes left to go in this game, and definitely, you know, it's a rough first game for the Hawks, but you know, you see some flashes of good. You know, see some flashes of stuff that you want to see. Definitely on the offensive side of the ball. Defensive side of the ball look pretty well, man. I say, you know, they haven't really given up too much. I think they gave up 1 touchdown out of the, you know, few that Robertsville scored. I mean, we gave up most of the touchdowns on special teams. Had a pick six go back for a touchdown, and so the defense really hasn't played that bad, man. They've looked pretty well. A couple tackles for loss. They've had given up some big gains, but every defense does.
You had a gain of about 7 there, but there is laundry in the backfield. Legal shift.
I think that illegal shift is going to be against the Rams. It's going to back them up. You know, the Robertsville's had quite a bit of laundry on the field this game. They don't, you know, really look that disciplined. They just, you know, have a lot of athletes, man. When you have a lot of athletes in middle school, it makes it real easy to coach and real easy to play.
Timeout, Robertsville.
Timeout, Robertsville, and we're going to take that break with them and give us just a moment to end out this game. There's 4 minutes, 24 seconds to go in the game. Robertsville leading 34-14. We'll be back with you in just one moment. And we're back here on Dragon Vision. 4 minutes, 24 seconds to go in the game. Robertsville Rams leading 34-14 over your Clinton Hawks. It is 1st and 15 Rams from the 35-yard line.
Looks like we're going to have a little screen pass right here.
Pass here. They read it perfectly. If we could just get him down. And
fumble.
Looks like Robertsville
Looks like
might have picked
I don't know. Yep.
Covered by number 50 for the Rams.
Good job by the lineman. Good heads up.
And it will be 2nd and 6. 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the game.
Woodard's trying to make some kind of announcement to it, trying to make some kind of change to his defense. And then Dawson pulling him back on the sidelines.
Might set up that screen on the outside over there. Same guy.
Looks like Robertsville's back in the same formation. You got a different fullback up there with number 3, and this time Tracy Threats out here out wide.
And fullback.
And stuffed by number 60.
Laundry on the other side, so there's going to be an illegal formation.
You know, I'm surprised that this close to the end of the game, man, that there's this much laundry on the field, man, with it being 34-14. Usually, you know, most refs just kind of let it ride out. But kudos to them for, you know, calling the game the same way the whole game. You don't really see that much now. I know last year we had some controversial calls with the high school games, man. A lot of people thought that we had a lot of calls that didn't go our way, but, you know, you can't ever expect that. You know, you just got to play through that type of, you know, adversity.
They declined the penalty. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Handoff up the middle. Kind of bumps it outside. Trace Jackson on the run here. He's still on his feet. Somebody's got to get that guy down.
He's a scattered little back, man. He's talented.
McCaffrey made the tackle over there on the sidelines.
Looks like you got a Robertsville Ram down on the play.
Trace Jackson is down on the play. Landon Hamby helping up clean up that at the end of the play.
I like seeing the Clinton coaches over there on the sidelines helping out the injured Ram.
Coach Woodard hanging out with the player there, making sure they're okay before the.
He's cramping here, Ryan.
Oh yeah, he's stretching him out over here. Got a little August cramp going here.
You got Coach Booker, Jamal Booker's over there as well. That shows something about this team, this coaching staff.
That boy some water.
Yeah, some pickle juice and some mustard, man. Cramps, man. Especially cramps early in the season. You know, your August cramps, and those are the worst, man. A hot cramp is definitely way worse than a cold cramp. I'll say that. Them heat cramps are rough.
Now he's got to take the long stroll all the way across the field.
Hey, at least the field is flat now, man. It used to have a big hill in it, man. It's like climbing a mountain, dude. You could see somebody run up a hill and down, and they get a speed boost cutting across the field.
I would say which one was worse, this one or Sevier County?
Sevier County, you couldn't even see the other side.
The last time I was at Sevier County, they had turf, but I don't remember there being a huge hill in the field. Okay, yeah.
About 10 years ago, you could literally stand on one side and look at the other sideline, and you couldn't see anything but the tops of heads.
I want to tell you, out of all the places I've played, man, I think the prettiest place I've ever played is Heritage High School, man. Up there,
That's beautiful.
Up there, and you know the mountain that's up in Blunt County, man. It's just beautiful up there, man. It's all open. It's on the top of a mountain, and it's definitely one of the prettier places that I've played. Of course, aside from here, you know.
I just don't know that Appalachian Underwriter building is the prettiest thing to look at. No plug there at all, but
I'll tell you, man, on Friday nights I usually sit up in the box. Well, on top of the press box is my spot, man. That's where you find me on Fridays, and I love it, man.
There's a fumble
on the play
we'll
recovered by Robertsville. There's a pretty view, man. I usually post a picture of it every Friday night, man. You can see the sunset just set right, and it's a pretty place to play, man. You can see the city outlook of Clinton, and it's definitely a nice place to play.
One of my favorite stadiums was Gatlinburg-Pittman.
Gatlinburg-Pittman is another beautiful place to play. Any sport, really.
Kingsport's a good one.
Dobbins-Bennett, man. Kingsport Dobbins-Bennett is a crazy atmosphere. I don't know If it's probably the closest thing to a college atmosphere around here, man. They got a section for the band that's like 500 members deep. They're playing the Seminole fight song. You know, they got the chop on going, and it's just you come out of a tunnel for the visitor section. It's crazy, man. It's definitely a sight.
16.
What a hit.
And maybe a timeout.
That's Austin Phillips with the tackle.
Austin Phillips would be one of my players of the game along with McCaffrey.
Yeah, McCaffrey,
No
Austin
doubt,
Phillips
man.
definitely showing some talent here. It's going to be timeout Clinton Hawks. 1 minute and 10 seconds to go in the game.
Try to get the ball back one more time.
It'll be 3rd and about 12 when we come back here.
Looks like they're going to try and, get the ball back, maybe take a shot or two to try to, put some late points up on this scoreboard up here.
They haven't given up a score since the first quarter.
That is true. We haven't given up any points since the first quarter.
And I'm telling you, man, the defense has shown some great promise, man. I really like what I see coming from this Hawks defense, man. They give up some plays, but they fight right back. They get a 3rd and 10 or a 3rd and 12.
I mean, one thing I can see that we need to work on, maybe a little line work on the offense. We got a group of knuckleheads coming back to the press box up here.
Josh looking at his phone.
Juwan being the ringleader of the Goobers here. Bottle flipping like a 6th grader.
Let's see if we get it.
He doesn't even know.
No,
All right.
not paying no attention.
We are back in action on the field here. Looks like it will be 3rd down and 11. They're calling it 3rd down and 10, it looks like. Don't know. I think they had lost a yard or two, but somehow that got a Nick Saban roll up forward. So 3rd and 10 from the 44-yard line.
Let's see what they bring out here, man. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a quarterback keeper with Reniger right here. And it is, and it's not Reniger, and it's a fumble.
Fumble!
That's actually
Recovered by Charlie Turbyville. Way to be there, Charlie.
Now, I don't know. Maybe we should give 3 of them. Turbyville, Phillips, and McCaffrey. Turbyville's been in the middle of everything.
He has caused some turmoil.
definitely right play call, wrong quarterback, man. I mean that. I thought that was Reniger, but that was actually Utley in at quarterback. I guess that's their young guy, trying to get him some looks. But let's see what Clinton comes out with an offense, man. I'm curious. They've kept me on my toes play calling, this whole game. Definitely not what I expected. But we got a minute left, so let's see if they can make something happen.
50 yards.
This Clinton offense has been primarily run first the whole game and kind of been on the shoulders of McCaffrey here. So let's see what they do. Brennan Hayden had a long run earlier, and I was telling you about his athleticism, man. You give him a hole, and he's sneaky, man. He's sneaky fast. Let's see what he rolls out again. Great throw.
You got to keep playing the game, though.
Yeah.
Keep playing. Oh, there's a flag on the play.
Oh, looks like that's going to come back for a hold, possibly. But I mean, with Hayden, man, that kid, he's played hard all game, and he's just kind of.
It's frustrated with
Yeah, it definitely gets frustrating, man, when you're a quarterback and you get hit all the time and you don't really have no time to throw the ball. But
at that time, I think you just put that one in your pocket and run with it.
yeah, try to get this game over with.
They are pulling it back.
So that ball will come back. It will be the Rams ball around the 45-yard line.
They just need one play to end the game.
So we got a block in the back right here against the Rams. Probably back them up to closer to the 50-yard line, I'd say. Let's see, put them right on the 50, 48.
48-yard line. So Rams will take over from the 48-yard line. 44 seconds to go in the game. 34-14, Robertsville.
Possibly last play of the game.
This could be the last play of the game. Their starting quarterback, Reniger, is back in the game.
5-second play.
Looks like we need a ball from Robertsville here. That's
And the ref doesn't want to catch it. He just wants to kick it. Good crowd, though, for both sides tonight.
Yeah, good crowd stuck around here for both sides. Robertsville, good representation and your Clinton Hawk fans standing true over there. For those of you that aren't here, more than likely, if you're tuning into this game, you're either there or
He's
on.
holding it for the kneel down.
There we are. We have Neil.
We got one more play.
They're going to have one more play to call this game.
Unless they wait till they spot it to start the play clock.
And
Looks like that's.
I don't know. I think they need.
I think the middle school play clock is 20 seconds, if I'm not mistaken, 20 to 25. So they're going to have to run a play unless they just take the penalty and call the game right here.
It's a 40-second clock. They stopped for 42, so they have one play.
And that'll be the last play of the game. He will take it and more than likely just kneel down in victory formation.
And there it is.
That's the ball game, folks. So Robertsville wins the game 34-14. But we will put it up there that the Hawks did not allow a point after the first quarter. Had a rough first quarter. Let's be real here.
Definitely.
But that was a strong defense to end the game. Lots of bright things to see and positive things to build on. We'll see what we can do next week at Loudon. We'll be at Loudon for that game. So stay tuned. We'll keep you updated as much as possible. If you can't watch us on Dragon Vision, we will not be live for Loudon. But keep up with the score. We'll have someone keeping it up to date on the Clinton Hawks page. I'm sure that score will be kept up by Athletic Director Josh Reed or someone of that nature.
Stay tuned, too. The high school team travels up to Carson Newman this week for the five-star preps jamboree. They haven't released who we matched up with. I imagine it'll be somebody like Catholic or last year we matched up with Greenville, so we may see them again.
And tomorrow night is Meet the Dragons. Come down to Dragon Stadium. Athletes of all sports will be there to hang out with your kids, take pictures, just kind of play with your kids on the court. 6:30 to 8:30 tomorrow night. Make it a family event. Come on, bring it down. We'll have treats down there. I think they'll be selling some Kona Ice probably, some other things. So, hey, might be able to get some autographs from some of these D1 athletes we've got down here. So stick with us. Dragon Vision is coming strong. My player of the game on offense is probably going to be Mr. McCaffrey. It's hard to beat with that. Kid had some good runs. Bumped outside for our touchdown there. And defensively, I'm going to put it up there on Austin Phillips, I think. He had several good stops on defense. You know, he had a touchdown on offense. I mean, the kid just had a good game. So those two guys, a shout out to them, Hawks of the Week. Really can't complain with that. So
No doubt. Definitely. I'm going to have to agree with that.
So thank you guys so much for joining us.